My research explores how international education can support a more equitable and inclusive future. The problem I focus on is the continuous dominance of Western perspective in international education. Even though there are many calls to make education more inclusive and decolonized, we still know too little about how this can be achieved in practice in international education. I focus on reverse student mobility, Australian students studying in the Indo-Pacific through the New Colombo Plan, or NCP. I was motivated to see how these study abroad programs can challenge traditional power relations, shift our perception on non-Western regions like the Indo-Pacific, and strengthen regional connection. The NCP represents a turning point. Prior to the NCP, Australian students prefer to study in Anglophone countries like the US, UK, Canada. But since the introduction of the NCP in 2014, around half of Australian study abroad students have gone to the Indo-Pacific region. Formerly colonized countries once seen as less traditional study abroad destinations, including Laos, Vietnam, Indonesia, Cambodia, PNG, and Fiji, are now important learning spaces for Australian students. These experiences encourage mutual learning and recognition of Indo-Pacific as a source of knowledge, innovation, and cultural richness. This shift has great symbolic potential to decolonize international education. However, symbolic change alone is not enough. To be genuinely transformative, programs like the NCP must go further, questioning Eurocentric assumptions, addressing inequities in access and participation in mobility, and embedding more inclusive and reflexive teaching and learning practices in study abroad programs. Without this, international education could reproduce the same hierarchies it seeks to challenge. Australian student mobility to the Indo-Pacific is timely, as Australia tries to engage more closely with Indo-Pacific. The region has become more vital to Australia's future. Mobility programs must ensure that partnerships are equitable and mutual benefit, not one-sided. For Indo-Pacific partners, including university, organizations, and local host communities, this means being recognized as co-creators of learning, not just hosting. True collaboration strengthens local capabilities and ensures benefits are shared. For Australian students, it means learning through meaningful, respectful engagement that challenges stereotypes and builds genuine intercultural understanding and sustaining connection with the Indo-Pacific regions. For academics and practitioners, it is a chance to align program designs with fairness, inclusion, and decolonization practice, supported by clear policy and institutional commitment. For governments and policy makers, it strengthens regional collaboration and educational diplomacy based on mutual respect rather than simply soft power. By addressing these challenges now, international education can move from symbolic inclusion to real justice, creating reciprocal, sustainable, and future-focused partnerships across the Indo-Pacific. Our research includes a survey of more than 1,300 students and 298 interviews with people in Australia and across the Indo-Pacific. We found that well-designed mobility programs can help students move beyond stereotypes and better understanding the creativity, strength, and diversity of the Indo-Pacific communities. Importantly, host communities play an active role in shaping these experiences, showing that exchange is a two-way process. To build fairer and more meaningful partnerships, we can work more closely with Indo-Pacific partners, including local host communities, to co-design programs, share more clearly what the NCP aims to achieve, especially in terms of enhancing Indo-Pacific capabilities for young Australians, and strengthening regional understanding and engagement so that both Australian and regional partners understand its purpose and values. Support students after they return home, helping them apply what they have learned and continue engaging with the region. Balance the benefit of NCP programs across student learning, national capacity building, education diplomacy, and regional cooperation. And learn from successful examples of building just and equitable student mobility programs in other parts of the world.